Hello, I'm Mkrtchyan. I'm Chief Sales Officer of Digitain. I'm responsible for the company's commercial growth and development across all targeted jurisdictions. From Latin America to Africa, from Asia to Europe, I'm responsible for all the regional offices, company's expansion, and of course, successful commercial growth. 2025 was one of the most exciting years for Digitain. It was all about migrations. During 2025, we have experienced a couple of successful migrations from the other competitors into our platform. And it was a huge responsibility for Digitain because it was not just launching a platform, it was about taking a responsibility in front of the operator to carefully plan and execute a smooth migration in order to ensure the business continuity of the operator, in order to ensure ultimate player experience. So we were allocating project management and technical teams to the operator to make sure that the process goes as smooth as possible. It was a great lessons learned because we could see tremendous results. We could see that after migration, our operators' business grew instead of going down or instead of experiencing downtimes. It was all about making sure that the operators are focused on the growth and development rather than thinking about technological problems, concerns, etc., etc. This is the biggest lesson that we are going to take with us to 2026 and to the further years, because our target customers are the ones that are existing brands in their markets, and they do want to upgrade their solutions to something better, to something more innovative, AI driven. So it's a huge responsibility. We did it with a great success, and we're going to take this lesson along with us to the upcoming years. Launching a platform is challenging. Yes, we do understand that, but it is coming from a need, and the need is the following: to upgrade the current offering for a better solution, for a more innovative solution, for a more AI driven solution, to go to a provider that is not going to act as only a technological provider, but also as a strategic partner to the operator. We make sure that our partners understand that by changing and migrating their platform to ours, they are going to get not a technological provider, which they can get anywhere in the industry, but a solid strategic partner that is aimed at making them number one in their target countries. Of course, the experience and knowledge is transferred to them. Of course, the experience of successful migrations is also put on table as examples, so the partners can feel that it's going to be smooth, it's going to be less risky. We also take them through the process of planning, so they understand how the migration is carefully planned in a low risk method with Digitain. So I think so far so good. We are doing it successfully. Well, virtual sport is one of the nicest and one of the most solid products in our product portfolio. I would say, as a technology provider, full solution provider, we are of course integrated to all virtual sport providers in the industry. And what we can see in the network of our 200 and 300 more than partners, we can see that the performance of our virtual sport product is exceeding. This talks about the interest of the product, its stability from technical perspective, its speaks about the robustness of its portfolio when it comes to features and functionalities, betting markets to cater the needs of players, no matter their segmentation. Well, we run an AI marketing campaigns, and I think we are one of the very first companies that are doing it. Even though AI is in our everyday life, not all the companies are doing it in the marketing campaigns so far. So we are one of the very first ones in the industry. So far, it gives very positive results. And as a technological provider, we are using AI not only into our products and solutions, but also in sales and in marketing and in all the other aspects as well. Well, when it comes to the global approach of Digitain, as we have already mentioned, we are working in different continents at the same time: Latin America, Europe, Asia, Africa. The thing is that we are backed up with a very powerful human capital, localized human capital in all the mentioned countries. Physical offices in Europe, in Malta, in London, in Madrid, which was our recent opening. In London, as I mentioned, in Sao Paulo, Latin American market. We are backed up with very strong human capital. But the most important thing about the global approach is something interesting. the local approach. It means that yes, you go global, but at the same time you have a very local approach, which means that you have a constant dialogue with the operators of the local markets to understand their needs, their specifics, in order to tailor your product, to them, to their needs. Also, to do a deep investigation and researches of the marketplaces, understanding the compliance regulatory requirements. So, in order to be a global, you need to go local. Global, yes, we are targeting all those continents, but local in terms of understanding the operators' needs, catering their needs, and tailoring it in our product and solutions. Europe is actually one of the most important, strategically important markets for Digitain. 2025 have been remarkable for Digitain in terms of successfully executing and launching partnership in Europe. And we are talking about multiple countries such as Greece, Romania, Cyprus, Malta, Poland, Serbia, Belgium, and a UK market where we were licensed with our group products, and now we are entering it with the main products platform and sportsbook. So we are going to have a further expansion into the European marketplace by, let's say, strengthening our existence in the mentioned markets where we have already launched partnerships, also expanding in the UK market with our London office, and seeking for new opportunities in the other European regulated jurisdictions.